each test is a testimony, and we've heard that all of our lives. You don't always think that that applies to you. And to be honest with you, I walked through life and walked through some fires and didn't know I was walking through fires because my faith always carried me. I didn't know until I looked behind me and saw the smoke coming off my tail. I
Right.
didn't know until the people that tried to hurt me, I watched them fall by the wayside. And the stones and the bricks that people throw at you, when you start elevating and you starting to look back, you go, well, golly, I came through that.
Breaking the silence, taking the dive in. Nikki pulling strings like she playing the violin. Made in his likeness, radiant vibrance. Give him all glory, ain't no way to deny it. She gon' make you laugh, she gon' stimulate your mind. Making things shake, she ain't in no wasting time. They can come close but can't imitate the grind. Got a different way to illustrate and innovate designs. BTS podcast, gotta watch that. Teaching us the game, that mean Nikki got class. If you watch it once, you gon' wanna stop back. This an opportunity that you cannot pass. Unleash your inner voice, cause better days coming. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days.
Welcome back to another episode of Regna Sounds. I'm your host, Arthur Nikki Nicole, and I create this space to shine the light on amazing people who are doing amazing things, from creators, visionaries, artists, and everyday people making a difference. So here, I explore real stories, honest conversations, and lessons that help us all grow, heal, and thrive. Every episode is about more than just words. It's about inspiration that can carry into your own personal lives. And today, I'm sitting down with the amazing Miss Zandra McCardell. She is an author. She's the host of Zeespeaks. Man, she got it going on, y'all. So after her countdown, please welcome this amazing woman to the platform. Hey,
Good.
hey, how
Well,
you doing?
hello, Nikki. It's so good to see you finally. I know we've been working on getting together, getting this thing going. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I appreciate you so much for the platform that you share and the thing that you're doing to, just get the word out there about the people that are out there that actually are good and that are doing good things. And to be amongst those people that you celebrate today, I feel honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for
that.
for being a part of my platform.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
before we get started, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with this journey because outside of being a mom, a wife, and all the things that everybody can check off on their list, what's got me here to where I am is life. Some of the things that I've been able to grow through, and situations that I've been able to help others to get past and to move out of and move into a newer space in their life is what actually brought me to where I am. I am a mother of two, four blended, two grandchildren, and a grandpup. And I'm a seasoned newlywed. We've only been married, it's been less than 10 years. It's been an amazing ride. Um, I know that God is love, and love is of God. And so I walk through life with that pretty much every single day. I'm excited about life, excited about living. Every single day begins a new journey, a new clean slate, I say. And I'm just grateful for every opportunity that I have to be able to inspire someone, uplift someone, and give them the opportunity to see that they deserve to be the best version of themselves and that they're meant to fly.
That's it. But you know what? I think time gets us to them points because me coming up as a child, I didn't think I had the potential to do anything. I just didn't believe in myself. But
Hmm.
finally, at in my 40s, I'm like, oh, I got wings now. I can
Hmm.
do what I want to do.
Hmm.
So
That's
I
it.
think time, you got to go through some things.
You do.
I think God, puts those seasons in your life that you have to go through in order to believe in yourself. So,
Oh,
hey,
absolutely. Each test is a testimony, and we've heard that all of our lives. You don't always think that that applies to you. And to be honest with you, I walked through life and walked through some fires and didn't know I was walking through fires because my faith always carried me. I didn't know until I looked behind me and saw the smoke coming off my tail.
right.
I didn't know until the people that tried to hurt me, I watched them fall by the wayside. And the stones and the bricks that people throw at you, when you start elevating and you starting to look back, you go, well, golly, I came through that. But I'm going to tell you, journaling saved me. Journaling saved me. Growing up as a little black girl in the South, in Third Ward, Houston, Texas, there was a lot going on there. Just
Mm,
that phrase alone, there was a lot going on there. And I had to look inside myself so many times. And the way to do that was to put pen to paper. And my
mm,
mother, God rest her soul, taught that to me. And I carried that throughout my life. And I kind of tweaked it a little bit as I got older, understanding that those stories are not just for you, they're
mhm,
for other people.
mhm.
And your life is on borrowed time, but you
Yes.
make the best of it.
Yes.
And whatever God blesses you with is what you do the best with.
Yes. My mother always said, it's God's grace and mercy that wakes us up every day. And
Amen.
and to be honest, he doesn't have to do it. He really doesn't.
Oh, man, thank God. Thank
But he,
God, thank God. Every single day. These 10 toes down hit the floor. Thank you, Lord. Before I hit the floor. Thank you, Lord.
exactly, because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's just a way for us to do it again. What we
Mm-hmm.
did wrong yesterday, we can correct it today.
That's grace and that's mercy right there in a sentence. That's
That's
it.
it. So, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Sandra, for the people who haven't, met you yet personally, how
Mm-hmm.
would you describe who you are and what drives your work and in your personal empowerments?
For people who don't know me, I consider myself one of those people that's just honest and just real. Like I shoot straight from the hip. I don't sugarcoat much. I have learned over time that I can be a lot for some people, but I'm enough for the right people. I will bring it to you straight if you ask. Now, I don't give unsolicited advice. That's not what I do. But I will have a conversation about whatever it is that you want to talk about, and I can listen. Now, I can run my mouth, but I'm going to listen first. And then I'm going to let God kind of help me guide my mouth because I can be very straightforward at times, but not in a negative way. It is meant with nothing but love and no malice ever intended because I truly believe that everybody, whatever pain, whatever strife, whatever negativity that a person is dealing with, it came from a place of hurt. And that's where grace and mercy comes in between us as humans. The human in me does not allow me to hurt people intentionally. It speaks to helping people more every single day. Sometimes to a fault because givers, lovers, kind people. Sometimes we take those hits, those blows. But I also believe that I'm a soldier in God's army, and I can't walk through with my armor without getting a chink every now and then. And I keep it real with me first. You will never be able to check me because I've always checked myself first. Always. So if you ask me a question, you get nothing but pure truth coming from me. So who am I? A truth teller. I'm a storyteller. I'm a believer. And I'm a person who believes in love because it conquers everything.
Yes,
It
ma'am, it
conquers
does.
everything. Hmm.
But I don't think people know how powerful the words are when you say treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes, that's true.
That is
That
very
is true. It's true.
true.
You know where I think that comes from, though? I don't think people understand themselves. And it's very difficult to understand somebody else if you looking through jaded eyes. Because see, your sight and your vision are two different things.
Yes.
So I can look at you and I can ascertain your spirit just looking at you. You're excited. And you're trying to contain it. I see it. It's in you. And so when people find their voice, and like you said, you're a little girl who didn't know. Now you can speak to that little girl now and tell her, we here, baby.
We here.
But see, like you say, in time, it takes people time to get
Yes.
there. And what people forget to do is listen to your heart, your own heart, to thine own self be true. We have so much going on social media, TV, videos, this, that, and it makes people go into the state of alter reality. You got to spend some time with yourself and with your creator. And when
Yes.
you do that, you can hear him and you can hear yourself. Some people, you can ask them a question, what does your voice sound like? And they can't tell you. I ain't talking about the speaking voice. I'm talking that one on the inside. They can't tell you because they don't take the time to listen to themselves. So how they gonna listen to you?
That part.
They can't receive what you gotta say either. They can't receive it because then you puff up. You're mad, but you're only angry at what you don't know. Because
Mm,
anger and fear only come from places of not understanding. But once you get to understand who you are and whose you are, baby, take off running because the
right.
finish line is near.
Man, come
It's
on
near.
through, Miss. Come on through now. So now your mission is to help people thrive, not just
Yes.
survive. Now
Yes.
you and me both know that there's a lot of people in this world are surviving. So
Yes.
now, how do you know when you're at that point in your life where you're thriving and not just surviving?
Well, when you leave survival mode, this is just my own personal testimony. When you stop surviving, you can start dreaming. Because see, people in survival mode don't dream anymore. So that's when you know. When you start thriving, your dreams become more vivid. Not just the one when you close your eyes, but the ones when you're awake, the ones you want to fight for, the ones you want to get up for every day. See, surviving is just you just being stagnant and just running in circles. That little rat race they call it. That's surviving. It's nothing wrong with people who have to survive. But what is wrong is when you're suffering in your survival. When you want to thrive, that's when things start to change in your life. Because then you start looking up. You know that little phrase, I'm gonna look to the hill from where my strength and my help comes from. You can't do that if you're in survival mode. Because he does not want us to live in lack. He does not. So when you start to understand what that really means, again, you got to spend some time listening to what's that inner voice. Because survivors don't hear that voice anymore because they don't believe in it anymore. They don't
Right.
believe in themselves anymore. People who are thriving, you can't stop. You can't stop. It's forward motion. Failing forward, falling, getting up. That's thriving. Surviving means I'm just gonna stay back in the cut and just let things just kind of do what they do. I'm gonna go along and get along. That's surviving. Thriving means, wait a minute. You mean I can have that? Wait a minute, God. I can be better? Wait, it's a book I can write? Wait, it's a class I can take? Wait, I could shoot for that raise. I could ask for a better position. Oh, okay, let me go because I'm about to take off running. I'm about to soar because I believe in me. Survivors don't believe in themselves anymore. So to answer your question, it's really self doubt, self sabotage, and not believing in yourself anymore that keeps you from going from survival to thriving.
But it's a hard thing to do, to sit back and let God do his thing.
Yeah.
And I had to do that a couple times myself, and I was like, Lord, I just want to get up and do something. But God already got it figured out.
Of course he does.
He know what he's gonna do for us. We just gotta wait on it.
Yeah.
And he on
And
time. That is the truth.
always, always. 3:23 in the morning, Zeespeaks was
Mm,
born.
mm.
3:23. I was saying to myself, my children were getting older. I had finally found the love of my life. My dad was in a facility, and I had to be accepting of that. My brother was ill. Things were changing in my life to where I was starting to lose control of some things that I had been in control of. So I said, Lord, I got to have a purpose, because before then, these people in my life, my family, my hearts, were my purpose. What is my purpose? He woke me up at 3:23 in the morning and say, that mouth, that mouth. And I laughed. I said, what you mean? He said, there are people that need to hear what you got to say.
Mm.
And when I met Archie Jenkins, Archie said the same thing to me. And that's
Mm.
how this book was born.
Confirmation.
hmm hmm That's how this book was born. And whenever you're, again, when you've gone from surviving to thriving, because I really like that you brought that up, things start to reveal themselves in your life. God already got the blueprint. It's already laid out for us. And while we're waiting on him, we should keep moving, keep wondering, keep asking, keep praying, keep fasting, doing all the things to keep your heart, your spirit, and your mind clear so that you can hear. Because I told you, 3:23 in the morning. Ooh, child, I'm trying to sleep. And then he wouldn't leave me alone until I started. I kept hearing it. I kept seeing the butterfly, because that's my logo. I kept
Mm.
seeing the colors. I kept seeing what this looked like, what I'm going to look like, what I'm going to sound like. I kept seeing all these things and didn't know how it was going to come together. But I
God is
knew it
real.
would. That's belief.
Mm.
That's belief.
I think that's his favorite time to wake everybody up.
Yeah, you think so?
He did me like that for years, just waking me up out my
Tapping you
sleep.
on your shoulder, girl.
Four
I'm
o'clock
trying to
in the
talk to
morning.
you. Look here, girl. I'm trying to talk to you. What you can't hear? Turn that head the other way. Let me pinch this shoulder. I'm getting older, so I get them aches and pains. Sometimes I believe it's him, because I'm dragging my feet, and I know now that every time I get an inbox and somebody says thank you, or somebody reviews the book and they say thank you, or I read this chapter and it resonated with me, I appreciate you. That is the confirmation that I need that I'm being obedient.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
the obedience that feeds me, that continues to make me drive towards doing something, being better, being greater to help other people to get there.
Yeah.
Because I'll say it on my show in a minute. We in this thing together. It ain't just about me telling you, because I can motivate you all day long.
That's alignment because I said we winning together. My
We in this
goal from day
together.
one to win together.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
We
easier
have to
together.
be. He didn't create us to be alone. He didn't even die on that cross alone. Come on now.
Come on
So
through.
I love the connections that we made. I love how we were connected, who connected us. If you don't have a group of people that are in your circle, and your circle has to be forever evolving, but you
Yes.
gotta have some type of lifeline, because you cannot do anything alone. We're not meant to. You
No.
can't come in this world by yourself, and somebody gonna even carry you out of here. So it is what it is. What you do in between, make the
Yes.
best of it.
That's it.
Make the
That's it.
best of it.
So what's one lie that you think people tell themselves about, making it that actually keeps them stuck in that survival mode?
Um, oh, that's a good one, because I think when it comes to self doubt, it is that's for other people. That's not for me. That's not for me. It's I hate to use this as an example, but I have to, because the spirit done told me to. I can remember dating, and I love to travel, and I'm a black woman. Ain't nothing light skinned about me. You can't say I'm not black ever. Nothing. My mouth. Nothing. Where I was raised. Nothing. I had a dude that looked just like me tell me, why you go out of the country so much? Black people don't travel. I said, so you've never left the country? I never left the state.
Wow.
And I was fluid. And I was 21 years old. 21. No children, no husband, no nothing. Just in college, doing my thing, working. He said that and he meant it. I ran the circle, ran the block, and met this guy again 30 years later. And
Wow.
he told me for the first time he flew to Tennessee to watch his son box.
30
For the
years
first time.
later?
30. He'd never been on a plane. So if my life can shine a light on people's fears to make them look at themselves again, he told me, he said, I had to think about that conversation that we had. I was scared to death to get on this plane, but my son needed me to be there. I think people just use fear to keep
Yes.
them from moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you hiding behind fear. What is fear? What's the definition of fear? Fake evidence of things that aren't real. They're not real.
They're not real.
It's in your head. So if I have to answer that, people are in their head. They make excuses. They tell themselves lies. And when you do that, you start to believe those lies.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I can't penetrate your lie in your head. That's when I have to use your sight and your ears. I have to find a way to get to you. That's the gift that I have. And I'm grateful.
Wow. But you
I'm
know
grateful.
what? So many of us go through routines every day. We get up at the same time, we go to bed at the same time. We do everything the same time.
Yeah.
And we're like living life on autopilot because we do sometimes we get stuck like that. How do
Right.
you help people, get out of that place where they're in that autopilot moment where they're just doing the same thing every day?
I just asked one question. What's something that you would do if you had the time and the money? And nothing else mattered. You have everything that you need. What's something that you would do? And
Hmm.
if they can't answer me, I give them homework. I want you to go and I want you to go sit with yourself and get back with me in a couple of days. I've had people to say, I couldn't think of one thing I want to do. That's the answer I want. Because then I say, then it's time for you to change it up. If you can't find a champion in yourself, find one in someone else. Go look and see what somebody else is doing and do that. You might like it. If you don't like that, go do something else. Because the creative juices have been stagnated, but you can wake them up.
Right.
Find you a champion. So I want you to tell me you don't know.
Now you asked that question. I'm sitting here while you talking, I'm thinking to myself, what's one thing? I don't know. Maybe travel? I don't.
What's one place that you've seen on TV that you thought was absolutely beautiful?
Jamaica. And no, I take that back. Dubai.
Okay. So if Dubai is a place that you want to go, what keeps you from going?
I don't, you know what? Fear, because with so much going on in the world now with flying and,
Hmm.
going overseas, fear. Fear just,
Okay.
I'll get over there and get stuck.
Okay. And okay, let me start with the fear part. Okay, you said first, so much going on in the world. Let me ask you a question. Are people still flying?
Yes, every day.
Are they taking trips and coming home?
They sure
So
are.
why are you any different? I just got back in the country from the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Didn't worry one time about going over there. Because again, your belief got to be stronger than your fear
Mm,
in every aspect of your life. That's the hard part.
that's the
Because
hard part.
we are so trained to believe that we can't have. But that Bible says, ask not.
Have not.
Hmm,
My mom used to say
hmm,
that all the time.
hmm. Now we've been listening to this since we was kids. It's
Yes,
one thing to listen and it's one thing to understand.
absolutely.
So
Mm-hmm.
go from hearing to understanding and watch your life take off.
Ooh, you came here to give me a word, didn't you?
I got a few of
This is for me.
I got a few of them, boo. I'm just so grateful to be able to speak my truth. And there's another book that's coming. I've lost about 8 people last year, and dealing with grief in a way that I've never had to in my life. Losing my mother was probably the hardest, I believed, until I lost my brother. I lost her very young. 20. I was 21 years old. She was 51, or 22, and she was 51. I'm sorry. And so I only had her 22 years, but I had my brother 57. And when he left here, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do, but I know who to look to. And he said, "Here we go again, little girl. Somebody need to see how you got past that." So this book has been even a testimony for me to be able to go back to it, written by me, and go through it again and again every time I feel like I'm going through something. My own copy is so ragged and torn up because it takes you through 30 days of growing you. It's not one of those self-help books that, make you beat yourself up and beating yourself, you thinking so much you got to do. No, it gives you a plan, it gives you a scripture, and it gives you a way out through your own peace of mind.
Wow.
That's how I do it.
Mm.
That's how
But
I do it.
grief is hard though.
Grief is hard.
Losing people, I don't, people say time heals all wounds, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Because when you lose people that really dear to your heart and your life,
yeah.
time is not going to change that.
Time doesn't change pain.
No.
Um, you don't need for change in pain. Pain has to be a part of your life because suffering has to be a part of our lives. If you don't suffer, you don't understand joy. If you don't have pain, you don't understand love. I miss my brother. I miss my mother. But I understand who they were in my life and what they gave me. So I had to learn how to really take a hold of that, grab a hold of that, and make that work for me. Again, take the time and sit with whatever you got going on. And I'm a big believer in therapy. Now I ain't ashamed. I know we grew up in a lifetime of being black and being told you go to God. You do, but God also gives you tools. Always. Because the strength of who I am belongs to the weakness in somebody else. And
Yeah.
that's how we lift each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever strength I got, whatever strength you got. So I think about my mom and the strengths that she had. And I even think about her weaknesses. Things that I may not have wanted to touch on when she was alive. Or
Right.
may not have even seen. But I dissect my relationship with her and the relationship she had with her mother. And I take the good, I extract it, and I use it in places in my life that I need to. Because their death is a blessing. Because their legacy lives on through you.
Never looked at it that way, but I like the way you put that. That death is a blessing because the legacy lives through you.
It does. It does. In some way, form, or fashion. If somebody in your family was a cook, you pass on those recipes. If they were a praying person, then you become that person.
Hmm.
You learn from them, grow your prayer life. If they were the best drivers in the family, figure out how to do that.
Hmm.
Whatever it is that they did that gave you some joy or brought you some type of elevation in who you are, you embrace it, you cherish it, and you elevate it and take that on to the next generation.
Wow.
That's how we got here.
That it. You're right. You're right.
And we got to remember that because there's so many forces out there trying to strip that away from us.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have to remember that because this going to really mess you up. Because if we hold on to who we are, we going to make them better because that's who we were meant to be.
Now you got to repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
If we hold on to the strength of who we are, we going to make them naysayers better. They don't have no choice because they don't understand where we come from. But
Right.
we got to know and we got to remind these kids, this next generation, so that they know what to tell the next generation. Because you can erase whatever you want off the internet.
Yeah.
You can erase whatever book you want, but you can't take it out of my heart. You can't take it out of my head.
Nope.
So
Nope.
that means you can't take it away from my voice.
You can't.
Can't take my voice away from me. You cannot. You cannot. The fear comes from the unknown. And we're the unknown to us. They know
Mhm.
who we are. We just gotta know.
We gotta know.
We can't be beat. Cannot.
Whew.
Too many signs out there. Too many.
Too many. Too many. Too
Too many
many.
signs. Can't be beat.
Now this conversation been really good today, but see, we not. This is my least favorite part of the show is when I get to that last question.
What's that, baby?
If you had to start over today with everything that you know now, right now, in this moment, what's the first thing you would do differently?
Live my life